The village that I lived in, there's a lot of poverty. I don't really have a lot of good childhood memories because I just remember my abusive father. Sometimes he would throw us out of the house and we would just sit on the porch with my mom, all 5 of us, and she would just have like a little bag of chips or whatever it was. And that's all what we ate for the day. And something happened, something shifted where we were all separated from my mother. And I didn't see my mom for like 3 years. My mom just left us in a place that is completely different from how we grew up because we're Buddhist. It was a church, and that was my first experience seeing like a building like that. Walk in, there's stained glass, and I saw this person like hanging on this thing, and he looked like he was in pain and agony. There's blood coming out, his tears coming out, and he was just hung. And I made eye contact with him, and that's when I knew that Jesus. That's when it's like he gave me confirmation that I'm gonna be okay. Last year during Compassion Sunday, we knew going into the church that we were gonna sponsor a child. That was not an option.
Yeah, the plan was one child.
Yeah, it was in the high school, they had the tables laid out, and I saw this child sitting on the lap of this woman that looked just like my past, like my aunt and my little brother, just like sitting in the background. Everything was like Sri Lanka. And I'm like, this looks like Sri Lanka. I grab it and it said Sri Lanka on it. And I was like, what? And then we're looking and there was one that he was holding one. And I said, oh, this one's Sri Lanka too. So I grabbed both.
I'm like, this one's Sri Lanka too.
And he's like, this one. We're like, whoa. And so we grabbed it and we put it aside, went to service, came back out.
We asked the gentleman that was working that day, Compassion, to hold the 3 cards for us.
And as he handed them back to us, he said, it's weird that you guys found these because these aren't even supposed to be here. These are children that are not by themselves here because they're under the age of 2, so they're with a parent. So they weren't supposed to be built into that box. It's just really strange that happened. And we're like, no, it's not. We're taking them all. We're taking them all.
We didn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
We talked about it for half a second in the service. Are we really going to do 3? We looked at each other. We're going to do 3? Where did that come from? We thought we were doing 1. And we're like, it's God's talking to us. We knew it.
Yeah, we couldn't leave one child behind. And then I was like, I wanted to stare at all of them because I'm like, let's make sure there's no other Sri Lankan kids. But apparently there was one more, and Pastor Juan is sponsoring that child. So all 4 the kids from Sri Lanka were sponsored that day, and it just makes me so happy.
Yes. And we pray about it every time. If we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to give and stuff. And this was without question, we're supposed to be given to helping these 3 children out the best we can. We're hoping in the future we're going to pray we do more kids.
Yeah.
But if people are watching this video and they're contemplating whether they want to sponsor a kid or not, you should just pray about it. These kids need it more than most of us in America do. We have it made over here in America. It's unbelievable how much opportunity we have. Over there, they don't have an opportunity. And we're very lucky. And anyone out there that has money, that can afford $43 a month, they should be helping out, in my opinion.
$43 is...
My thought is just don't go out to dinner once a month or twice a month and eat in, save that money, and then sponsor a child and help them out over there, because it's a big life difference for these kids over there and the families. Big difference. We see it in every letter they send us. And it's not an if, it's definitely when we go, because we will definitely be planning on going to visit them and visit Sri Lanka.
And he can say I love you in Sri Lankan, so he'll say that to them.
Mama oyata adre.
Yeah.
I still know how to say it after 30 years. Thank the Lord.